Welcome to this week's video. Today we're going to be working on the inner thighs and the core. So we're going to need our block, our purple block, and a cushion, or if you've got a foam block, use that one as well. So finding a comfortable position, let's just spend a few moments bringing our awareness into the body to prepare ourselves for our practice. So let's close our eyes, taking some nice deep breaths. Let's bring our awareness down into the core. As we're going to be working that area, let's see if we can soften the belly, make a nice soft belly when we're inhaling. And then just start feeling the movement of the breath in the body. So as we inhale, we feel this opening, a soft belly. And as we exhale, we just gently draw the muscles slightly in to lift up through the diaphragm, just doing a few rounds of breath, relaxing shoulders, just starting bringing awareness down to the core, especially with the ease of the breath, bringing our awareness to our shoulders, taking some nice deep inhales and some releasing exhales. Just settling the body, letting go of any distractions from the day. Finding a nice softness. And then let's bring our awareness to the pelvic floor muscles. So we just gently lift up through the pelvic floor muscles, lifting up, activating, finding some awareness into the base, into the core. Notice the muscles around the back, the side of the body. And then opening our eyes, let's bring our hands into Namaste. We're taking the arms all the way up and just finding a comfortable position, interlacing the fingers so the shoulders aren't scrunching around the ears, but relaxing, but finding that length through the back. And we're just going to start activating the side of the body. So just coming in, bringing a side stretch in, doesn't need to go too far, just enough so we can start identifying the side muscles that are part of our core. Engaging the pelvic floor so we ground that foundation down into the cushion and maybe getting a little deeper, trying to make sure we're not rocking back or rocking forward, but keeping the foundation, the base of the position grounded into the cushion, and then up to the center again, relaxing the shoulders, and then over to the other side, making sure we're not lifting this hip up, but keeping this movement all down the side of the body as we bring the body over. Just bring in a little bit of heat into the shoulders, and then back up, and then come over to the other side. We just do one more either side, finding again this opening, making sure we're not leaning in but keeping that length through the back, activating the lower and middle back up to the center and over to the other side again, trying to work again without squashing the shoulders, losing the neck, keeping that nice length, and then release. And then let's come into our cat-cow position, one of the best positions to warm up the core muscles. Drawing the navel up towards the spine, rounding up, just gently finding that space. And we're going to work with the breath and releasing down into our cow pose, allowing the sit bones to come up towards the ceiling. And again, breathing in, drawing the navel up towards the spine, getting some movement into the back, into the core muscles, and releasing. Allowing some movement into the stomach, drawing up, coming into the position again, finding that length into the back of the body, and relaxing down. Finding a nice opening around the psoas muscle, and then release, coming back into our tabletop position, and then just looking round to our right foot or left foot, whichever direction, it doesn't matter. Finding that stretch into the side of the body, and then back round to the other side, getting a nice stretch into the ribs, the base of the core, and release. Let's cross the legs over and then coming down onto our backs, making sure we've got both cushions close by. So I'm going to use this foam block to support my head, to find a nice comfortable position. We're going to use it in one of the positions later on, so have it close by if you're not using it under your head. And then grab hold of your foam block. Keep that close by. First of all, we're going to bring the knees into the chest, extend the legs up towards the ceiling, working on this 90-degree angle. Now we're working with straight legs. So if your legs are bent, take the position that allows you to have straight legs. Now if you've got to work in this position where you're not in this 90-degree angle, you're going to be working a lot harder than someone who's got their legs in the 90-degree angle. So come out of it at any time if you're finding that this position is very strong. So finding the 90-degree angle, take the legs to the sides of the mat, so we're separating the legs. And here we're just going to bring one leg in at a time. So I brought the right leg in, the left leg doesn't move. Bring the right leg back and bring the left leg in. So we're not doing this crisscrossing movement. One leg stationary, one leg in, and release. And again, let's carry on doing a few rounds of movement. Back to 90, into the body, back to 90. Do a few more, into the body, back to 90, into the body. And let's do two more either side. Left one in, back to 90. Right one in, back to 90. Keeping the legs separated. Left leg in, back to 90. And again, right one in and release. Now keeping this length, keeping the 90-degree angles, we're going to gently crisscross the legs down halfway, no further than halfway, and then back up to the center again. Working with straight legs, keep working down. We're going to do a few rounds of this, just working to a halfway point. Don't come any lower, because otherwise it's very strong on the back muscles of the core as well. And we're trying to target the front at the moment. Up. And let's do a few more. Down. And back up again. Up. And down we come. And back up again. And then release, bringing the soles of the feet onto the mat. Ground the right foot into the mat. Take your cushion out from your neck, so your neck is not being lifted up. Extend the left leg up towards the ceiling. Bring your hand to the side, and then lifting the bottom off. And we're in a one-legged bridge pose. Nice and gentle, holding for a couple of breaths. Then release, keeping the bottom up, and then send the right leg up. And release, and send the left leg up. And release, and one more, send the right leg up. And release. Now take hold of your block, place it between the soles of your feet. So notice here we've got the soles of our feet on the block, not the sides. The soles of the feet on the block. Keeping the arms at the side, so you've got this nice foundation with the arms. Shoulders relax, and we're going to bring the block down towards the earth, and then back up again, keeping the knees nice and bent. And we're going to do that 10 times. So 2, and up, 3, and up, 4, and up, 5, keep going, and up, 6, 7, 8, and 9, and let's do one more, down, and up, and release the block. Then we're going to cross the feet over and just gently rocking from side to side. Rocking and releasing. Bringing the breath back into your control. Just a soft breath. So we're really targeting inner thighs and core muscles here on this 10-minute workout. So there's not that many rest poses. So we're just releasing a little bit here, rocking from side to side. Taking a few more breaths, just releasing, releasing. One more nice deep inhale. And then release. Now bring your feet back down onto the mat, grabbing hold of the block. We're going to put the block between our knees now, and we're gently working in, side to side, back to center, down, but without bringing your feet onto the floor. In, side, side, back to center, and down towards the floor. We're going to do that 10 times. In, side, side, back to center, in, side, side, back to center, in, side, side, back to center. That's 5. In, side, side, back to center. 6. And again, in, side, side, back to center, down. 7. Side to side, back to center, down. 2 more to go. In, side, side, back to center, down. Last one. In, side, side, back to center, down. Release the block, grab hold of your foam block or your cushion, place it just under the base of your bottom, so just to where your tailbone is, and then bring the lower back onto the mat, send the legs up towards the ceiling, keeping the legs separated but up towards the ceiling. And here we're just going to hold the position, and as we hold the position, we're using our deep core muscles to keep the legs up. So we want to make sure we haven't gone past that center line, so we're using our hamstrings, but keeping the legs in that 90-degree angle. And it's enabling us to just activate some of the deeper core muscles. And here we're going to do 10 squeeze and release the pelvic floor muscles. So squeezing in and releasing. In and releasing. In and release. 4 and release. 5 and release. Let's do 5 more. In and release. In and release. 3 more. In, drawing the pelvic floor muscles up and release. 2 more. Draw the pelvic floor muscles up and release. And 1 more. Up and release. And then we're going to do last set. We're going to do some swiveling down, but we take the block out. This is the last set where we're going to come down crisscrossing. Use your core muscles, but we're staying at that 45-degree angle, holding the position, and we're going to do 10 fast. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Come up to 90, and we're going to do 10 fast at 90. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1 more set. Down to 45. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Up to 90. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And release. Coming back up to seated. Allowing the legs just to soften down. Let's just finish by bringing our body back into our awareness, back into that nice relaxing breath. Closing our eyes, taking some nice deep inhales and relaxing the breath. Just allow all that energy to circulate around the body. Working our core muscles, pelvic floor muscles, inner thighs, really brings some heat and energy into the body, makes you feel lifted and invigorated. So let's bring our awareness back into the breath, settling into that breath. Nice deep inhales, relaxing exhales, bringing a smile to our face, allowing us to enjoy the breath and the heat and the energy that we've developed in the practice. That's a formal breath. And then either carry on into some meditation or with your breath, or gently release. Namaste.
Yeah.